welcome back to my channel. Today I have a monthly July message for all of the Cancers out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Cancer out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse, and I'm a psychic intuitive and a spiritual essence coach, and I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every other week right here on this channel. Without further ado, Cancer, let's dive right into your monthly message. All right, Cancer, you know the drill. This is going to be a 9-card draw, so let's get shuffling. What information and what insight can you offer Cancer this month? All right, Cancer, you are starting off with Judgment. Okay, so I really feel that this month, Cancer, what's really transpiring is you are being asked to sort of step up, to rise up to a higher form of learning, a higher form of understanding, transitioning, all of that in regards to your life. So this is really going to mean that you sort of have to walk away from the things that are no longer serving you. When I see Judgment, I often see it as a way of answering to a higher calling, which means that you are leveling up. You are ascending and you're needing to let go of all of the things that no longer serve you. Really recognizing all of the burdens that you're currently carrying, and understanding that in order for you to answer this call or to rise up to this new way of living or being, you ultimately have to be willing to understand and communicate to yourself what's going to be best for your highest good. Judgment is really that thing that I often see. It's where we often reflect, right? It's a time for us to reflect on things that we have done in the past, and recognize how we could have possibly done things a little bit different, maybe a little bit better, and really maybe made a different choice, something that would have been a lot more along the lines of it's almost like really taking inventory of what you could have done different in your life. Like, what were the things that you in essence learned, right? I really feel that that's ultimately what it's saying. You know, what did you ultimately learn out of that experience and having gone through that experience? So where you currently are is Judgment. And I really feel this is really about change. It's about transformation for you. I say it's transformation because I really feel that you're really needing to surrender. You're needing to let go, stop trying to be so in control or trying to, it's more like just allowing yourself to surrender to the process, understanding that, you know, change is inevitable and it will often happen, but you're needing to sort of transition into this change willingly. So that is where you currently are. Now, your theme is the 10 of Wands, okay? And the 10 of Wands really shows me that, you know, you're currently carrying on a lot of weight. You're carrying on a lot of burdens, maybe a lot of responsibilities. Maybe you feel like it's your responsibility to handle everything. Maybe you feel that if you don't take care of XYZ, then nobody else will. And this is the type of mentality that Spirit really wants you to sort of understand and sort of see it from a higher perspective, and sort of take a step back and recognize that you have to be willing, in order for you to answer to this higher call, in order for you to rise above, you have to be willing to see how you are keeping yourself stuck in the situation that you're in. You know, the 10 of Wands is really about, you know, needing to push forward, continue pushing forward, continue pushing forward. But here's what I'm going to say. This particular 10 of Wands is looking towards the past here. And what it's telling me is that the burdens and the responsibilities of the past can no longer keep you afloat. Like, it can no longer support your foundation. It can no longer support you. And you're needing to let it go. Like, really evaluate what are the things that you could let go of, that you could willingly let go of in order for you to answer to this higher form of learning, right? It's really about letting it go, okay? This is what I find very interesting for you here, Cancer, because your top row right here is Judgment, the Ten of Wands with the Knight of Cups, okay? Now, the Knight of Cups is your accomplishment. This is what you are accomplishing this month here, Cancer. And this Knight of Cups is basically, it is a proposal. Something is being offered to you. And this could be maybe a relationship that's coming in, a partnership, right? Maybe there is someone that is going to be coming into your life that is going to be offering you an opportunity to truly level up in the form of relationships, in the form of understanding, emotionally, having a greater sense of emotional intelligence. And because this is going to be coming in, it's going to be important for you, Cancer, here to really understand, right? Like, have this mental clarity and this deep understanding of what really is my responsibility, what really is my role. Because if you take on this mentality where you feel like I'm the only one that does anything in any type of a relationship, if that's the mentality that you have here, then you're just going to repeat a cycle. And I don't want you to repeat a cycle. And I feel a lot of times it's your thoughts, that those constant repetitive thoughts from the past that keep you stuck in this repetitive cycle where it doesn't really give you, what you're really seeking. I see with the Seven of Cups here that you're wanting something more. Now notice, look at this Seven of Cups card here. These two people are looking at this tree that is above them, right? They are desiring to be above in that space. This tree is so much higher. It's not at the same level as to where they currently are. And with Judgment, you're being asked to rise to an occasion, answer to that higher calling. It's wanting you to ascend to this higher place that you internally are desiring, that I feel that your higher self knows that you are worth, and that is where your value is. But you've got to get out of your head. You have to really understand how you are communicating with yourself, because I feel like what you are communicating verbally and mentally is not in alignment with what Spirit is really wanting you to understand. Okay, so I feel this is why it's this top row right here is so important for you, and this bottom row is even more important. Okay, so what do you need to avoid? The Eight of Wands. This is communication. The Eight of Wands is really about you communicating. What are the seeds that you are spewing out? You know, and I totally mean this. We speak things into existence. So it's important for you to truly understand, what are you speaking into existence? What are you currently constantly verbalizing outwardly, right? The more that you verbalize the same story over and over and over again, then that is what you continuously bring in. Okay, you're needing to listen to your intuition and sort of see things from your higher self, and understand that the words that you use and how you truly speak things into existence, and how you know, the stories that you continuously tell here, Cancer, is really what is coming back for you. It's what's coming towards you. So this is what you're needing to avoid. You're needing to be very mindful of the words that you use and the stories that you tell. Now, what do you need to embrace? King of Swords. Here's what I love about the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intellectual, but he's also very intuitive. And what you're embracing with this is you need to embrace your intuition, your higher self, seeing the bigger picture. Again, your big primary message here, Cancer, is about rising. It's about rising to that higher calling, rising to your higher self, listening and allowing yourself to be anchored in that higher aspect of yourself so that you could truly see things from the bigger picture. Now, I want to point out here diagonally with Judgment, the King of Swords, and the Hangman. So the Hangman is truly about surrendering, right? It's about seeing things from a very different perspective. I feel ultimately, Cancer, because you are a very emotional water sign, you tend to really allow your emotions to totally sway you it's almost like it sways you so much that you get stuck on this repetitive cycle. It's like this wave that constantly keeps coming, and you're just constantly riding that wave over and over and over again because you don't know how to get off the wave. And so what you're needing to embrace here is of truth. It's the truth. It's this depth and this understanding, this higher power of understanding that the things that you think about and the things that you feel are ultimately driving what you are experiencing in your outer world. Okay, now what is the obstacle here? You have the Ace of Pentacles here in reversed. And I feel that what this obstacle truly is here, Cancer, is that I feel that you have a very hard time learning to be resourceful, okay? Understanding that whatever you currently have, right? You always see it from the smaller side, right? So it's almost like instead of seeing things on a bigger scale, on a larger scale, instead of seeing things from an optimistic perspective, you tend to sort of make yourself smaller, and it's simple-mindedness, right? So it's like you're needing to really see yourself from this higher perspective and be more optimistic and allow yourself to do something different than you've currently done before, right? So this is the obstacle. Now, what is your support? The Seven of Cups. Now, here's the thing. The Seven of Cups also speaks about making conscious choices. And when we align ourselves with what our heart desires, what we truly feel deep inside, it truly allows us to connect to that higher aspect, that inner part of us that truly knows that we could have everything that we desire and more. The Seven of Cups, I feel a lot of times people tend to, and this might be you, Cancer, a lot of times when you're presented with so many different options and so many different opportunities, too many choices to make, right? You get flustered and you start to really question your gut instincts or your gut feeling about what is the next best course of action or the next step, right? And your support is this. When you align yourself here, Cancer, to your higher self, when you align and attach yourself to that higher calling, again, because where you are is judgment, right? When you align yourself to that, you will know without a shadow of a doubt what choice, what next step, what the next course of action is. You won't need to worry about, am I making the right choice, right? It's really about just being in tune and listening to your gut. Now, what is your action? The Two of Pentacles. I feel that ultimately your action this month is really going to be finding the balance. I feel that you're going to have to balance out different types of energies that are going to be coming in here. Now, this could be, I really feel that this is a balance of being in the physical and also listening, your old habits versus these newer aspects that you are trying to incorporate into your daily life here, Cancer. So I feel that your action really needs to be find the balance, go with the flow. Don't be so hard on yourself if you make a mistake or if you mess up. Like, it isn't the end of the world. Understand that when you are trying to change habits, you're gonna make mistakes. You're not perfect. You are perfectly imperfect, and it's okay to be perfectly imperfect here, Cancer. And last but not least, you have your advice and your encouragement, which is the Hanged Man. This is about surrendering to the process, allowing yourself to see things from a very different perspective, allowing yourself to be enlightened. I feel that is ultimately the important thing. I feel that when you allow yourself to just observe and not really attach to a particular outcome or a circumstance, you would be very surprised at what actually transpires, right? I feel like you're too busy trying to control the outcome of everything, and you're not really allowing spirit to sort of have a hand in any synchronicities that occurs in your life. And I feel this is the reason why you're very, your thought perspectives are very pessimistic in a way. I feel that you need to allow yourself to sort of surrender to the outcome, right? Because here's the thing with Wheel of Fortune, as we progress onward, right? The Wheel of Fortune basically states that the wheel is constantly turning, right? The wheel will never stop. It is constantly moving. The wheel often represents our fate, our destiny, and our karma, right? So understand here that because the wheel is constantly moving and you can't control how the wheel turns, right? You have to just go with the flow. You have to surrender to the outcome and just allow yourself to find the balance, right? No matter what comes through, you have to find the balance. And with this Page of Pentacles, once you find that balance and you're presented with opportunities or experiences or any kind of new things that come into your life, you'll be able to ground those in the physical because you'll recognize them from that higher aspect of yourself. You'll be able to recognize that this is a gift, this is a synchronicity, this is what I've been asking for, and this is going to be that stepping stone that's going to help me achieve this great transformation here with the Tower, right? But here's the thing. I feel that ultimately what Spirit really wants you to understand here, Cancer, is that, no matter what challenges or obstacles that you face this month, understand that it is up to you to see the silver lining in the cloud. It is up to you to seek out the positivity or the optimism in any given situation. So let's go ahead and see what additional information Spirit has for you, Cancer. I think this is an overall great message. And I have to tell you, out of all the readings that I have done so far, this deck that I've been using for the Secret Language of Light has been so on point. So I'm really curious to see what card you actually get. So let's see. What additional information and insight can you offer Cancer this month, Spirit? What additional information and insight can you offer Cancer? This is one of those card decks that is so large and I have such small hands that it's really hard for me to shuffle. Okay, so the card that you have is, ooh, I love this one. Number 1, Soul Name. So this card right here, what it truly means is this is wanting you to connect to your higher self, connecting to your soul. And this is what this judgment is all about. This judgment is about answering the call. Your soul is trying to get your attention here, Cancer. It's wanting you to co-create. It's wanting you to collaborate. It's wanting you to become one and work in union. So let's go ahead and see what the book has to say about number 1, Soul Name. All right, so number 1, Soul Name. Unlock the mysteries of your soul. You are or about to receive the name of your soul. Your soul name acts as a link between your inner and outer worlds, enabling you to merge authentic wisdom into your everyday experiences and create a life from your heart. You placed your soul name in your heart before you were born. As you explore your inner world and open your heart, you will discover the name of your beautiful essence. You are ready to awaken your heart and know its absolute fullness. You are safe to discover, connect, and receive. All your dreams and desires will be realized with an open heart. Ask for and be open to receiving the name of your soul. It may arrive in a way you don't expect, but when it comes, you will know it is authentic by the way that it feels. Liberate your heart and soul and know that you are worth it. Cancer, this is an absolutely beautiful message, and I feel that it truly does speak to the tarot cards that came out for you today. So I hope that you were able to gain some clarity and some insight for this upcoming month, for this month, the month of July. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, Cancer, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys.